Paradox Pokemon. Past or future variants of Pokemon we all know and love. Whether these Paradox Pokemon are really from a different time period or just made up from the public conscience remains to be seen in the upcoming DLC. But for now I've designed more Paradox Pokemon to add into my Minecraft data pack for the Cobblemon mod. Just like usual, we've got one past Paradox Pokemon to go with the Paradox Pokemon from Scarlet, and one to go with our future Paradox Pokemon from Violet. Well, kind of. You guys are gonna have to stick around and see. I started my first design with a few ideas in mind. I wanted to make a Paradox form for WHOPPER based off of a few different things. Firstly, I wanted the body to resemble a Diplocalus. These extinct salamander-like amphibians are known mostly for their boomerang-shaped heads and their appearance in Ark. Unironically, finding information on this creature is hard because it's buried under like 50 different Ark taming guides. Diplocalus used to be capable of growing up to around 1 meter long, or over 3 feet. My second major inspiration for Paradox WHOPPER was the axolotl, specifically different nicknames for axolotls. Many people know axolotls are referred to as water dogs, and other artists like Subjectively have designed axolotl Pokemon based on that theme. But a lesser known nickname for the axolotl is the water dragon. It literally has the types right there in the name, it's perfect. Fun fact, WHOPPER isn't actually based on an axolotl. Instead, WHOPPER and Quagsire are both based on Japanese giant salamander. As babies, these salamanders heavily resemble the axolotl, which is where the confusion comes from. WHOPPER having a pink shiny definitely doesn't help things either. Draconic Gills, the Paradox Pokemon. Reports of a Pokemon seen in various bodies of water throughout Paldea have led to the discovery of underground canals that led to Area Zero and this Pokemon. Many sightings also include reports of pollutants in the water that poison the local Pokemon. However, all research into this creature indicates it has no poisonous abilities to speak of. Could there be something else that escaped through these waterways? I love this Pokemon. I'm really happy with the design inspiration, and also I'm really happy with the finished design. I actually have a few axolotls of my own, Mudkip and Axel, so I'll have to get their thoughts on it. Hey fellas, what do you think? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? I think he likes it. I'm glad I got the little critter's approval. That does leave me with one question though. If Draconic Gills isn't capable of using poison type attacks, then what was polluting all the waterways? I don't think we'll get any answers with our future Paradox Pokemon, but we can return to this thought later. For now, let's look at exactly what our future Paradox Pokemon is for this week. I started workshopping ideas with my brothers for what Pokemon and inspiration I should choose for the future Paradox Pokemon. The original idea we landed on was Scizor, whose hands would be disconnected and would fly around the Pokemon like rocket ships. However, this idea felt too close to Iron Hands, so instead we chose a different Pokemon, Typhlosion. Being able to normally produce intense heat and flames from its back, I tried to think of a similar mechanical concept to incorporate into the design, and ended up making Typhlosion's back into a radiator, capable of producing intense heat without producing a flame. For this design, I tried to align more with what's typically seen in Paradox Pokemon, and I mainly referenced Iron Thorns to see exactly how the design was changed from Tyranitar, and honestly, it let me appreciate the future Paradox Pokemon a lot more. Iron Radiator, the Paradox Pokemon. This machine-like Pokemon is consistently radiating heat from its body. While normally too hot to touch, when this Pokemon sleeps, its body cools down significantly, and smaller Pokemon have been sighted cuddling up to it for warmth. Typhlosion was one of the first starter Pokemon I ever chose, second only to Chimchar, who I also have special plans for. Playing through Legends Arceus and experiencing Hisuian Typhlosion blind was honestly really nostalgic for me, and I've even referenced the Hisuian form through Iron Radiator's Shiny. Though that really doesn't bring us any closer to our mystery. There must be some other Paradox Pokemon here we're missing. Wait, is that... Draconic Gills, the Paradox Pokemon. Venomous form. An investigation into polluted waters was put off track by a similar Pokemon. Pages in the Scarlet Book described a similar Pokemon with poisonous abilities, and although no specimens were found, the polluted waters have led investigators to believe this form must be hiding somewhere inside the crater. Many people believe this to be evidence of the Scarlet Book's authenticity, however the major populace still chalk it up to mere coincidence. here is our mysterious Pokemon that's been polluting the waters of Paldea. A new form for Draconic Gills based off of Paldean WHOPPER. I couldn't just make one WHOPPER, I love this Pokemon too much. They don't mean any harm, but they secrete poison from their gills in order to ward away potential predators. My favorite part about this form has to be its shiny. While I normally try to keep the shinies in line with the original Pokemon, since Paldean WHOPPER's shiny is blue like normal WHOPPER, I decided to make something original. The shiny color scheme is based off of Melanoid Axolotls. This thing is way too cute. It almost makes me want to form for every Axolotl morph. Everything else went pretty smoothly. Most issues I faced with coding and modeling I had encountered before or were easy enough to fix with the help of the Cobblemon Discord. If you want to watch the full modeling process, I'll be uploading both Speedmodels as shorts, which you can check out in the description below. Now, let's see these guys in game. We're here in Minecraft, and I'm about ready to show you guys all of the models we have. So, let's have a look here. Let's start off with Iron Radiator, just to get it out of the way. Here's its normal form. Let's get a good look around it. It's pretty hard to get up to it without pushing it away, but as you can see, there's all the little different heat patches on its body. It's got basic Typhlosion colors, pretty general. Let's have a look at the shiny version. This one's based off of Hisuian Typhlosion's colors, and honestly, I really love the way the shiny version looks. I definitely prefer this. I didn't show off the animations really well, did I? Let's try and make him move. Can you come to me? Yeah. So when he moves, he actually gets down on all fours and crawls. I couldn't decide if I wanted him to stand upright or crawl all the time. So I decided to do both. Idly, he will be standing upright, and when he's moving, he will be crawling. Because Typhlosion actually does both. While Typhlosion does normally stand upright, mainly in the anime, you can see it walking on all fours, so I wanted to reference that. Now let's have a look at Draconic Gills. This is the normal form. As you can see here, it's based off of normal WHOPPER. I absolutely love this thing. I think its animation's adorable. It wags its little tail like a water dog. Even though this thing's based more off of a water dragon, I still had to keep the water dog inspiration. Just make it wag its tail like a happy little puppy. This thing is super adorable. And let's have a look at the shiny version. Here we go. It's pink like normal WHOPPER, or a normal Axolotl. It's got, as you can see, I don't think I pointed it out, but it actually does combine elements from both WHOPPER and Quagsire into its design. It was pretty hard to make the Quagsire parts evident, but the actual back section is inspired from Quagsire, which, if we look at the toxic form, you can see the back is different. It's actually more inspired by Clodsire's design, even having the white things that should be able to sprout tentacles. Let's get the shiny one out. I absolutely love this thing. It's based off of a Melanoid Axolotl, and its colors are just... This thing is super cute. Look at it. I love all of these so much. These are honestly probably my favorite Pokemon I've designed so far. Just look at them. He's so fucking cute! We're actually in a swamp biome, which I don't think we will because they are pretty rare spawns, but every single Paradox Pokemon in my data pack is now able to spawn in vanilla Minecraft. So if you guys wanted to play with these guys in survival, you could actually catch and use these guys. They work perfectly fine in battles as well now, which I'll showcase in a minute, but first let's have a look at their types and moves. So Iron Radiator is a Fire Steel type. It's got Quark Drive. It's typical for any Paradox Pokemon. There's the Shiny. The Shiny's the same. Let's have a look at the moves. This one's only level 1. Let's look at the 61. So it's got Overheat, Screech, Ember, Smog, Slash, Heavy Slam, Fire Spin, Scald, and Eruption. It's a very limited moveset. Draconic Gills has a lot more. Draconic Gills starts with Surf, Water Gun, Tackle, Bubble, Dive, Aqua Jet, Dragon Breath, Sonic Boom, Growl, Scald, Ominous Wind, Bite, Shell Smash, Dragon Claw, Mist, Dig, Ice Beam, Aqua Tail, Outrage, and Facade, which is actually different if we look at the Paldean form, or the Toxic form, as I call it. As you can see too, they're different types. Normal Draconic Gills is a water dragon type, while the toxic Draconic Gills is a poison dragon type. Very, very huge difference, I know. So, Draconic Gills here starts with Smog, Water Gun, Tackle, Toxic, Poison Jab, Aqua Jet, Dragon Breath, Sonic Boom, Growl, Light Screen, Leech Life, Bite, Shell Smash, Dragon Claw, Mist, Dig, Sludge Bomb, Aqua Tail, Outrage, and Facade. Many shared moves, but they all have that unique spice to them. Let's look at their base stats as well. So both forms of Draconic Gills have the same base stats, same base stat total. 60 HP, 100 attack, or 100 special attack, sorry, 160 attack, 100 special defense, 55 defense, and 160 speed. This thing's a beast. Absolutely, I think very easy to kill with any special attack, or not any special attack, with any physical attack, sorry. Its special is actually pretty decent. I wanted to make it really frail, but a really strong hitter. And let's have a look at Iron Radiator as well. Iron Radiator, its base stat total is closer to Typhlosion's than actually any of the Paradox Pokemon. Typhlosion is normally a special attacker, I believe, but I switched around its special attack and attack stats and gave it a buff in the attack stat. So, I don't know, does this thing even have any physical fire moves? It doesn't. That is a really bad game design by me, but you know, that's fine. I'm not being held to professional standards here. Any cool Pokemon? Any cool Pokemon to fight? Okay, let's fight this Haunter. It's a level 39. Let's send out Draconic Gills. It's now turn 1. We can press R to move around. Look at that. Oh my god. Fight. Let's go for Bubble. Bubble actually didn't kill. That makes sense. It's Bubble. Also, this thing isn't a very strong special attacker. Let's finish it off with Water Gun. There we go. This thing, very strong. I wish there were attack animations in this. I would love to give these guys like custom attack animations. Specifically the Toxic form. As I said, I really think having little white tentacles that come out of the sides of its back would be really cool. But, I think that's everything, actually. I'd like to see if I could have got one to spawn, but, yeah, they're very rare spawns. I didn't want you to just be able to come across Paradox Pokemon pretty easily, but if you set up a base in a swamp area, or you just explore a lot, I'm sure you'll come across them in your survival game mode. But, yeah, I think that's all I can showcase to you guys on Minecraft right now, so I will send you back over to editing me and make future me think of an outro. There we go, 2 fully new Paradox Pokemon and 1 new form designed and modded into Minecraft. Since custom Pokemon now fully work in Cobblemon, I've added spawning for every Pokemon I've designed thus far, letting you guys catch these guys in survival if you're so inclined. If you'd like to download the data pack, I'll leave a link in the description to the new Modrinth page, which I'll keep updated with every new version. No more shitty Google Drive links. As well, if you want to watch the modeling process, I'll eventually upload this week's Pokemon and last week's speed modeling process as a short, though exam week is about to start for me, so you may have to be a little patient. With that in mind, I hope you guys all enjoyed these Pokemon. Please like the video and subscribe to stick around if you guys enjoyed this. Seriously, the huge amount of support I've been getting this far has really kept me motivated to do these. I genuinely appreciate it. I have a few different videos in the works I hope you guys will enjoy as well. But until next time, ciao!